So here I am now on Nighttime Factory just after scavving in. If you're watching this video, you're probably wondering like why, what am I going to do in the late wipe? I just started or I just turned on, Tarkov. You didn't play all wipe and maybe you're thinking, all right, I'm trying to get some gear. I need to get some gear together to try and fight, the late wipe players, all the level 60 chads running around. And here you are with your stock M4 or your Bison, and it's a real struggle coming back to the late wipe. So in this video, I'm just kind of running through Nighttime Factory just to show new players or people who are returning to the late wipe to get some PvP going, just to see how they can, stack up on this gear really, really easily without having to struggle at all or stress. So you simply just, you come in here to Nighttime Factory, we have no flashlight, alright, that's probably the most difficult part of the whole situation, but once you get over that, maybe turn up your brightness settings, mess around with some of the color effects settings that you have here built into the game. But you can see here I'm looking around. I'm like, huh, is that a dead body? But it's actually just a stack of medical items. I thought it was a dead body prone with a backpack on its back. So I'm searching here. Maybe somebody dropped some loot in the corner. Maybe someone, took their gear off, their insured gear off their teammates, and they dropped it in the corner. But I'm just running around here checking to see if I can find any of that stuff. But at the moment, I'm pretty much unsuccessful. So, I got the idea to come in here. I have some gear myself, but for other people, that need the gear to PvP, this is what you're going to want to do, I think. You're going to want to come in here to Nighttime Factory, right, as a scav. And you're just going to want to play slowly and see, is there gunshots? Is it quiet? If it's quiet, get out there and loot, walk around like I'm doing, have a look around, try and stay in the light and see can you spot any bodies. But most of the stuff will, of course, be hidden in the dark, so it will be beneficial to look in these dark areas if possible. Use the cursor, see does it appear like there, does the search icon or does the dot appear in the middle of the screen when it detects loot or items you can interact with. So keep an eye out for that, take your time, look around and listen, make sure that there's no one else in the area. And currently there's an event happening. This is 27th of June 2023, so currently there's an event happening where the cultist spawn is 100%. Right, and look at what we find here. SA58, fully geared Chad here, sprinting around. What was he, level 69 or 59? Can't even remember. So here he is, right, waiting for us to take all this loot. And I'm panicking here. I'm like, oh my god, there's so much loot. So I'm absolutely freaking out with the mouse and stuff, trying to pick up all this gear. So yeah, you can see there he is, full night vision, the fully expensive night vision, 250,000, from Peacekeeper, or 200,000 or so. I think from Peacekeeper you could trade for a bottle of moonshine. There we are, look, I'm only in the raid about 5 minutes maybe. I was just looking around. Here I am, fully kitted, ready to go into another map, for example, and PvP with some people and mess around. It's really, really easy to come in here. You don't need any loot, you don't need any sort of skill or anything. You just come in and creep around, look around, pick up that loot. I transitioned here to another body I found a couple of minutes later. He's level 41. He came in with the KS23, the easy kill type of job. But unfortunately, he's dead. Unfortunately, I didn't check the dog tags to see how he died, if it was a player or if it was the cultists. But either way, we're taking his loot and we're moving on. In a couple of seconds here, you'll see. I'm just looking for the scav extraction as I don't usually come in here. But in a couple of seconds, there you go. You can see his laser. This other guy's laser. Is it a dead body? Is it a gun? I'm not sure. I'm just kind of checking out the area. I'm like, anyone around? Is this bait? Is this a trap? But I think we're kind of late into the raid here, and there's no other noise, so I decided to just go around the other way just for safety instead of stepping out into that open area there, since I actually do have some loot and I'm moving extremely slow because we're a scav right now, so I'm completely out of breath, no stamina whatsoever or energy to try and bring this gear out of the extraction to get out of here so we can, PvP in some different maps, on our PMC character. So, I'm just giving my character here a minute to kind of get his stamina back up here so I can push out and check what that other body holds. And I think it's going to be a treat. I think you're going to want to see this one. So, again, here we are. We're a couple of minutes into the raid. I haven't even interacted with anybody. There's no risk really at the moment because it's very quiet. I took my time and sussed out the area, made sure there was no one around. And here we are. I'm about to enter up in this new body. I just decide to, block out the lights from my own vision here and just see is anyone interacting with me or running because I'm shooting. There's still no noise, there's no one around. It seems pretty safe to me, so I just take my time. As you can see, the stamina here as a scav, like we're 45 kgs already, so it's just super difficult to kind of move around and be mobile here with all this stuff on me. So I'm just trying to get organized, prepare myself to get to that body and just be able to grab what I can, even though I still I still kind of, you'll see I stumble a little bit. So it's really interesting though to see, to switch from a PNC to a scav character and play with him and try and play the same way that you normally do. It just brings up all kinds of problems, with your weight and things like that. So really, if you're coming in here as a scav, don't expect to be fighting with people or anything, as you're not going to have much visibility. You probably won't spawn with a flashlight. So my advice is to just, solid snake, Metal Gear Solid around the place, creep around, hide from noise, wait until people pass. And here, this is the reward. Look, here we go. Meta M4 with a slick. He's got another night vision for us. As I said, we're only in here a couple of minutes, didn't interact with anyone, and this is the rewards we're getting here. I'm panicking here with the loot. I'm like, oh my god, a slick, completely free for us, didn't have to do anything. This guy is probably expecting his insurance to come back, and here we are scooping up all his loot. He's not going to be happy when Prapper is like, oops, all your stuff is gone, bro. Some scav picked it up, So that's the reward we get. It's very simple, guys. Just come into Nighttime Factory, take your time, look around for the dead bodies, check the dark corners if possible. You might need to mess around with some settings to turn up that volume, or sorry, to turn up that setting to help your visibility as well. So it's very simple, guys. Very simple, especially for anyone joining into the late wipe or returning players trying to grab some of that gear. They may be unaware that there's an event happening right now. Cultists are coming in 100%. They've got a lot of gear and are killing players very easily. And this is the result. People leaving gear all over the place. And funnily enough, no other scavs contested me here. So it was very, very easy raid here to scoop up this gear and head for the extraction. I'm just gathering up my stamina for the last sprint here, having a look around, just making sure I'm clear. Like, probably should have died if there was someone here, but there's absolutely nobody. It's completely open, ready to get out. Simple extraction. Just getting out, of course, is a bit of a struggle when you've all that weight on you with the scav. Just remember that, take your time. I was kind of being cautious here just in case someone was camping in the corner, but we were clear, we were good to go. So yeah, I think it was, I actually forgot to check, but we were probably around 80 kgs or so, probably 70 to 80 kgs. It's just amazing the amount of loot you can get in this without having to really do anything or even think. You just look around, scoop up that loot, and there we are, guys. Nice and easy extraction. 12 minutes in the raid, easy game.